Hello friends, this is Ganesh and video number 14 on OData. In this video, I'm going to explain about multi-level deep entity set, and we're going to use get method. So we're going to get the information from the backend and pass the information to UI with multi-level deep entity set. Okay. Hope you might have gone through the previous video about deep entity set. It may be a get or post method. So now you have a basic idea about what is deep entity. So here, this is the extension of the deep entity. So the basic is very same and very simple. Only the internal table we need to form in the deep entity level, and that table needs to be fulfilled with a method called get expanded entity set. So the same way we are going to do it here for the multi-level deep entity as well. Okay. Let me get into the system. Excuse me. So this is deep entity, which we have seen in the last previous, no, sorry, not last, previous videos about deep entity set. So this is entity set, and followed by I have the first level of deep entity. I can mention the first level because we have multi-level. So first level of deep entity set, which we already seen. So we have to create an association between this, and it have a navigation property name, and through navigation property name we are fulfilling the data for this particular first level of deep entity. So here now what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce or extend my deep entity to the second level as well. So this is a multi-level. So further you can proceed further, like one more multi-level, like third level of deep entity, and you can extend it for other first level deep entity as well. So here I'm going to use only the material description for as a second level of deep entity set. Okay. So entity, first level of deep entity, and second level of deep entity set, which we are going to design it. So same thing, now the association is happening between material plan details and material description, and this has its own navigation property. And this is for the first deep entity, first level of deep entity. We have done these things. We created association navigation path, and we created a deep entities an internal table in MPC underscore ext class, and we redefined the get expanded entity set and the URI for deep entity with the help of expand is equal to navigation path. Suppose if you want to both first level of deep entity, you have to use comma and then navigation path. Suppose this navigation or expand will get the information only for the plant. If you need a storage, you can use comma and what is the navigation path between orders and material storage location deep entity, you have to use it. Okay, separated by comma. The same thing we are going to follow for the multi-level as well, but as few changes. Same association and navigation path, and here you have to create a nested deep entity design, meaning this is the entity set. Okay, and this entity set has an internal table, meaning it has another deep entity. Okay, so now what I have is this particular internal table, or the entity has one more internal table. So that way the design is going to be. So it's very simple, only 3 or 4 lines of extra code compared to your deep entity set model. Other than that, everything is similar over here. So that's why I mentioned here nested deep entity design. We have to create it in the MPC extension class. Okay, and the URI perspective is we are going to introduce a new symbol called slash, because the navigation path is two different ways. One is entity to deep entity. This is the one. Another one, first level of deep entity to second level of deep entity. Here, another terminology I'm using is dependent entity. Okay, dependent deep entity. So if you want a data from entity as well as deep entity, so what you're going to do is you got to say expand equal to navigation path. And further additionally, I want the dependent entity data as well. So you have to use material plant expand equal to navigation property of material plant slash navigation property of material description. Okay, so that way you have to use it. I will give the all the combination. Suppose you want, I want all the three, then how to create a OData service. I want multi-level, how to create a OData service. We'll see everything in detail. Yeah, this is one example. So my entity, and the navigation property name is navigation property 1, navigation property 2, and this is multi-level navigation property, some name, okay, just for a reference. So the URI would be, so the first thing, URI equal to NP1. What happens if your URI is look like this, then orders and material plan detail will populate, okay, in the UI perspective. Next one, if I say expand equal to NP1 and NP2, so first level of deep entity data will be populated. NP1 material plant, NP2 material storage. Now I want dependent deep entity as well. So you have to introduce slash. So expand equal to NP1 slash MNP1. Then it will get the data of plant as well as material description. Okay, comma NP2. I want this NP2 also. So all three data I want. Okay. Furthermore, suppose my material storage also has a dependent entity or next level of entity, then you have to use NP1. I want the dependent one, so M NP1 comma NP2. So I want MNP2. Suppose you have one more level of deep entity sets, and again you have to use slash MNP3. So slash is for dependent entities and comma is for independent entities. So this way your URI should be. So before question mark, you know about the service like SAP BZ and those, your service name, everything should come. Okay, and then this is only expand part. So hope this might be very useful. You can understand now, you have at least an idea what we are going to do in the system. So I'm going to take, this is then example, like I'm going to get the orders. I think I have one more slide. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to get the orders from three different tables like AUFK. I'm going to get the order number, AFKO, reservation number, and RESB material number. It's one select statement. I'm using left outer join. And then I'm going to get the material plan from, okay, this is wrong. Okay, it's MARC, not MARA, MARC, and this is MARD, storage location, and MAKT for description. Okay, yeah. So the code level, this is the deep entity set. So deep entity set, how we designed it, I want these three is going to be only single record. So order, reservation number, material is going to be a single record. And if you want, this is the first level of deep entity, material plant and material location, you have to create an internal table for this. Okay. And don't confuse yourself with material plant and NP1. NP1 just for your reference. Okay. So this is just a name of your navigation property and type table of. So this is going to be an internal table. Now, second level of deep entities come to the picture. So what I'm going to do is, I don't want this material plant. Okay, so second level is, one second, let me go back. Yeah, so I'm talking about these two entity now. Okay, so material plant. So material plant is designed as a just an internal table. No, because material plant has a dependent entity as well. So I'm going to design the material plant in a different way. So it's a material deep, it has material plant, and I'm having material description. Okay, of type table, material description with the default key. So there is a change in your deep entity. So here you can't use simply TS underscore material plant because it has a deep entity. So this is the only change I'm going to do it in the design level. Okay. So this material plant is little different. So I'm creating a one more structure in the same MPC extension class, same like the design, same way how it should be, like material works, material description. And I'm going to use this structure as a reference while creating my deep entity structure or work area, whatever it is. Okay. And suppose if you want, okay, I want the material location also to be extended for another dependent one. So you need one more structure to be generated here along with material storage location, and again same thing, material description type table of TS underscore material description with default key, and here there is a change. Okay, so this is the way you have to extend your deep entity for multi-level. As per my understanding, because this is going to be consumed in UI, they're not going to make more complicated. So that's why you're not getting more deep multi-level entity set, because the data should be very faster. So if you keep on adding the more multi-level, it might affect the performance of your UI. So probably this is very rare scenarios where we have a lot of multi-level entity set, but if you know the understanding, whenever you get a chance to work on it, it's very simple to work on it. Okay. So hope you have an idea about what is multi-level deep entity set. Okay. And anything else? Okay, yeah, I added this one also. So why I need this? Because of the material plant, it is going to be a dependent internal table is going to be keep it here. So that's why I want the structure. Good. Let me take you into the system. So this is my system, and I have created the basic model because I don't want to waste your time to create everything from scratch. So this is same like the deep entity. So I have created the project and four different entity types. The first topmost is orders. It has AFNR, reservation, material. And first deep entity level is material and plant. It has material and works, and this is material storage location. This has a field of material and storage location, and this is deep entity level 2. So multi-level, it has material and its material description. Okay, so key fields for all the four entity type is material, MATNR. Okay, let's start creating association. So here I'm going to do the coding, declaration, everything for deep entity level 1 first. Then we'll extend it for level 2 as well. So it's easy for your understanding. So let me create an association first. So I need to create an association for orders and material to plant and orders and material storage location. So that is the idea. So association, so let me say AA underscore orders to material plant. Just some names you have to give. F4 orders, cardinality 1. So these are very old steps. We follow the same for deep entity, previous ones. So a navigation path, navigation path. This is for material plant. Okay, M plant. So that's it. Click next. Oh, sorry, I missed the cardinality for the dependent ones. Let me have this as 0 to n. Click next. And then dependent property is also Matner. So this is the association like reference, like orders material as well as MET plant also material. And click next. And this is for your verification and click finish. And create the next association for orders and storage locations. So association for material SLOC, material storage location, and entity type is orders, cardinality 1, and here entity type is material storage location, cardinality as 0 to n or 1 to n, and navigation path as for material SLOC, storage location. Material plan is material storage location. Next, here dependent property is Matner. Next, and finish. So deep entity level 1 designing is over. So if you see, there are two associations, and if you see the navigation path for orders, you have two. Okay, so this is my initial entity, and it has two deep entity sets. So a deep entity level 1. So now let me act toward it or generate my project. Okay, it's got generated. So let's go to the MPC extension class to create a deep entity. So just again, for a reference, I'm doing only for deep entity level 1. Let's go here. Okay, that's fine. I want this first as my actual entity. So here types begin of ts underscore deep entity. You can give any name, but here I just followed whatever they have already. So TTTS they mentioned. So this is my initial entity set fields, look like a header, and here I'm going to create a navigation path, and for this is for material plant. So you have to use the same name of your navigation path, then only the records will fill, that it reflects in your test case in the gateway system. It won't give any error and it won't fill data as well. So naming convention is very important. You have to give the same navigation property name of your dependent deep entity. Okay, so type table of, so ts underscore is already there, material, so name material plant with default key. So same thing I have to create for material storage location, that is also a internal table. So type table of ts underscore control space bar mats location with default key. Okay, and for the reference or reusability, better copy this code and keep it in a notepad, because once I'm going to add a deep entity level 2 and generate my SEGW project, your MPC extension class will be regenerated, meaning it just delete all the custom code. So I need this code again. So that's why I just keep make a note of it. Always remember, whenever you are regenerating your SEGW project, it will regenerate your MPC extension class as well. So all the custom code will be deleted. Let me act over it. So now it's very simple. We need to add a code. I think I don't want to explain much on it because we have already seen normal select normal loop. So I'll go a little faster. So please try to follow, because our main idea is going to be multi-level deep entity. So here I need to, okay, sorry, I'm an MPC class, go to DPC class extension and redefine your method that is coming under your APPL serve runtime, and get expanded entity set redefine. Okay. So let's start with the declaration. I need deep entity set internal table. So it deep entity type zcl underscore cji. Yeah, this is mine. Oh, gone. Multi deep, yeah, 01 MPC, and structure is ts deep entity. This is a body, and I need a work area as well. Entity type, it's the same class and same structure. That's it. Okay, so now, okay, sorry, this should be table of. So now I'm going to do a select for first three tables. So select from, I'll use a new way of syntax, so it's very easy. So please practice yourself with the new syntax. Selects from AUFK. So this is my training system. So better I'll go the left outer join to gather more data. So left outer join with AFKO on AUFK AUFNR is equal to AFKO AUFNR. Okay, and another left outer join as for RASB. So this is for my header first entity data on AFKO RES num reservation, sorry, RS num reservation number equal RESB and RS num. Okay, and then fields. So what are the fields we want? I need AUFNR and I want RSNum and then MATNR. So might get an issue because this is ambiguous, meaning it's available in more than one table, so we have to mention from which table you want this data. I'll go with AFK, and RS num is from AFKO, and MATNR is from RESB. Okay, and no where condition, just wide open select. This one, then only I'll get more data I can show you. And into table, on the flow declaration, internal table orders. Okay, once this is success, get the data from different dependent tables. So you can write any kind of code, any way of code to fill your final internal table. So this is I'll just go very basic for your understanding. You have to get the actual idea of the multi-level deep entity. That's why I'm going internal table by table. Okay, so select and from MARC. So I want fields MATNR and works. Then var condition. Okay, before var condition, I am going to use for all entries in orders, and where MATNR is equal IT orders hyphen MATNR. Okay, and finally into table data. This is for material plans. Okay. I need at symbol, otherwise I'll get a syntax error. Okay, and I want data for, so data from storage location as well. So select from MARD, and the fields I want Matner and LGORT for all entries in IT orders, where MATNR equal to IT orders MATNR. Okay, into table at data storage location. On the flow, all the things are declared. That's it. So data is ready, then I need to fill it. So I'm going to fill for deep entity level 1. So I need to fill orders first. So IT orders into data on the flow, declaring my internal, sorry, work area. So here deep entity work area hyphen AUFNR equal to, from this orders AUFNR, and next field is for reservation number, R is num equal to WA orders, R is num, and then deep entity for Matner is equal to orders hyphen MATNR. That's it. So now data for deep entity level 1 is nothing but material plant. So I need a loop over here, IT material plants into work area material variant. Yes, I should not use the at symbol over here because that is only applicable for select statements. Okay, so here I'm going to use where condition, where it's not required because anyway based on the for all entries in only it comes, so it doesn't make any difference. So let's let it add over there, or does hyphen MATNR. Okay, so if S, so then okay, I need one work area to be declared based on my declaration, based on my design of gateway project. So data, I want material plans type ZCL TS material plant, and I need for material location as well, storage location type CCL TS underscore material storage location. Okay, so I can say data because I'm giving the same name in the loop as well. Okay, so here I'm going to use that work area, material plans data, material is equal to material plans MATNR, and material plans data works is equal to WA plans, so M plans works. That's it. Then I need to append this to my deep entity work area. So material plans data to deep entity hyphen control spacebar navigation path M plant. Okay, so clear it your plant information. So that's it, and I'm going to use another loop for storage location. So this is data for deep entity level 1 and material storage location. So loop at IT material storage location into data material storage location. So here material storage location underscore data matnar equal to, here I didn't use the var condition, so storage location hyphen material, yeah, better I have to use var, then only I'll just get the actual data over there. So var matnr is equal to wa orders matnr, so that makes sense. Okay, storage location data hyphen lgort equal wa location lgort. So append this to your deep entity work area to wa deep entity hyphen, and this is the navigation path name, means your internal table name, same like your navigation property name, navigation data dot data, save it. So almost done the code level. So finally I need to append everything. This is one record, right? So append my deep entity to IT deep entity, clear it deep entity. That's it. So once the end loop is done, you need to pass the deep entity into your ER entity. So what is the output of your, means export or import parameter? I think it's export parameter of this particular class. So the class is this one, and F4 you have to take copy data to ref. So this is a class and method. So your input exporting data from this method as IT deep entity, and go to the signature, get what is the name they used here. Okay, so this is the ER entity set. So and typed ref to data. So type ref to data. So that's why we can use whatever internal table is required. What is that? ER entity set. Okay, ER underscore TITY entity set. And another one we need to add is based on which entity name, because this is calling more than once. So always have that particular if condition. And the field is, what is the field? LV, sorry, IV entity name. So if IV entity name equal to order. So that is the name we have given in our entity. So only that case, please execute this code. Otherwise, don't do what. Okay. Everything's coming under that validation only. Act toward it. Checking it. Open syntax. I used to do that. Add symbol. What else? Nothing. Good. Act toward it. Now deep entity level 1 code is ready. So now you have to go to your gateway service and create a service for your gateway project and execute with navigation path and see how it happens. Execute. Add service. Local CGI star. So this is the one, multi-deep service. Click local object, continue. So these are very old steps. Metadata was loaded successfully. That's great. Then go back and get the added service for execution. CGI star multi-level deep SAP gateway client. So here get the entity. So the basic entity is order set is the basic entity, and here I'm going to use expand question dollar expand. I'm going to give only the first name, navigation path, implant. I believe it's implant only. Let's see. Execute. Yes, it's correct. So, okay, it has a lot of records. That's why it's take little time. So here it shows, okay, let me add JSON format. It's very easy to understand. Format JSON, execute. Yeah. So these are the results, and here it shows metadata, and this is the header. Header has AUFNR, RSNAM, METNR, and the navigation path we have is NAP material location, and we have MAP plant, but you don't have any data for your material location because I didn't requested it. I requested only NAP M plant, so that's why it comes over here. So your NAP material storage location is empty. So if you need, so this is the one, deep entity level 1, you want all the level of entity to be filled, then you have to request with the help of separated by comma, with the help of comma. So I want the data for my MSLOC as well. Okay, now execute it again. What is that name? Okay, sorry, first time. Okay, deleted plants. Okay, which is not available. Okay, so okay, added T over here, deleted and executed. Hope it's worked because it takes time. It gets all the data. Yes. So now again, the header is filled and NAP storage location also filled, material and LGORT. So this is the deep entity level 1. It filled both entity deep entity level with the help of your navigation path. So now I'm going to extend, means I'm going to add one more deep entity. We call it as deep entity level 2 multi-level under the dependent of material plant. Okay, so let's go to the project, SEGW project, go back. Okay, let me do like this, SEGW, and go to my project. So here I'm going to add an association because entity type is already available, material description is already available. So I'm going to create an association for material plant and descriptions. So go to association, change it. So right click, create. So now the Association is for material plant and material description. Okay, and I need material plant here. Cardinality is 1, and material entity is material description, and cardinality is 0 to n. Navigation path is NAP material description. Okay, so yeah, it's fine. NAP material description, and click next. Contains a character that is not allowed. What character? Oh, is a space? Yes, there's a space. Click next. Yep, and dependent property is nothing big. Material number. Click next. Everything is fine. Finish. Now, if you go to material plant, you're able to see the navigation property. So here you're not able to see the tree structure like dependent, dependency 1, dependency 2. That is not possible. So you have to, based on the association only, just come to know. Okay. So now I added this material description under the deep entity level 1. That's it in the design level regenerated. So whenever you are doing regenerate, your MPC extension class also regenerate with the code, with the actual code. So it deletes whatever code we have added it. So I already had a copy. Let me add it once again. Oops, sorry. Go to runtime artifact, MPC extension. Why it looks like it just take to directly over here. Oops. Okay, go to types. If you see, you say TS deep entity is missed because it's got it deleted. Okay, so once you regenerate, if your UI application is trying to call the same entity type, they will get an error called as some syntax error is happening because MPC got changed, and if you go to the get expanded entity set method, it has a syntax error because we declared everything based on the TS deep entity only. Okay, let me do it, the code declaration for deep entity level 1. So maybe you just recollect the PPT, whatever I showed. I need to have a structure over here, this one. So my material plant has a deep entity on it, so it's kind of a deep structure. So I'm going to create a structure for my material plant which has one more internal table. So this type to be added, and the type table of the source code are going to be changed. Okay, so let me have that one as well. Types begin of this is for TS deep entity for material description. Okay, I can have material plant, not description. Okay, material plant. You can give any name. So here, what is the header for this particular structure? MATNR. Either you can copy or you can type your own. Works. And then you have to use the same naming convention, NAP material description. I believe I have used the same name. Let's confirm as well. And this is TS material description. So it has only two fields, material and material text with default key. End of TS deep entity implant. That's it. And just change your material plant. So technically, this is basic entity, and this is deep entity level 1, and this is deep entity level 2. Okay, and this is deep entity level 1. It doesn't have level 2. Got it? That's it over here. Act toward it. It's all very simple. Okay, so go to DPC class, get the data, add it, and call the gateway service. So I need one more select. Let me go over here. Select from MAKT. Sorry, MAKT. Fields, I want MATNR and MAKTX. For all entries in IT orders, where MATNR is equal to IT orders. So if you want a language key, you just use it, depends on your need. Into table at data IT material description. That's it. Select is over, and I need to add loop over here, which is here. So here, you don't worry about, I think I already mentioned in the PPT as well, you don't worry about why we are using loop and loop and loop. Normally in UI, we won't go very deep multi-level entity because they want data in a different pages or different request as well. So okay, so they want single data only because it's a UI. Maybe in a mobile they're going to see very short informations. So it's very rare they're going to use more data. So performance wise also is not going to affect. Mostly it's going to be the request is one data and we're going to send the details of the one particular material number with the deep entity set. Okay, but you have to analyze before commit. You're going to do a deep entity, multi-level deep entity. Make sure what is the data volume as requested from UI level. That is a very important thing. Based on that, you can decide whether the multi-level deep entity is feasible or not. If not, you have to change the design along with your UI person. IT material description. Okay, I need one more declaration. Let me do it. Into data material description, where MATNR is equal to WA orders MATNR. Okay, one more declaration is over here. WA material description data type ZCL control spacebar TS material description. Okay, almost done. Final WA material description data MATNR is equal to WA material description MATNR. Okay, material description data. What is there? MAKTX equal to description MAKTX. Then append it to your deep entity work area. Material description data to WA material plan. That's what we declared it, right? And sorry, material plans hyphen okay, I think I didn't declare it. Empty plans and everything over there. This is the declaration part that I need. Empty plans data is going to be changed over here, correct? So this is deep entity material plan, because that declaration has both your plant information as a header and one more internal table as material description. So that needs to be changed. I got it. Material data over here. Data over here. Okay, got it. Material plans data hyphen control spacebar. So here it is, NAP M description. Clear it, and maybe your description data as well. That's it. So then is automatically plans data is going to be added in your deep entity level 2. Okay, I have small doubts. Let me make sure my MPC extension is also active. Okay. So now go to the servers. So make sure it's working fine. It's not just break any existing one. Just execute it. Yes, it's working fine. This is level 1. Material plant, header is filling, material location is filling, and material plant is also filling. So now I need my level 2 as well, deep entity level 2. So that is by introduced by slash nap. I want material description. Okay, before that, let me, okay, I think I need to refresh. Let's see. Execute. Okay, material plant is here, and material plant, and here you have a material description. So that is also filled. Okay, so let me, yeah, this is the header basic entity, and this is the deep entity level 1, and this is deep entity level 2. NAP material description is also executed or displayed based on your request over here. Okay, and let me go down to deep entity level 1. Yeah, material storage location, it's filled. It doesn't have entity 2, so then it's go to the next order. So hope this is clear for you how to use a multi-level deep entity, and you can continue your slash over here if it is more than one, or you can go with comma for your deep entity level 1. So just go through it. If you need a more clarification, just put a diagram of your requirement initially, because don't design everything. It's very simple normal method. You're going to use select and loop within a loop only maybe the declaration over is not worked on deep entity. It may be a new for you, but everything is very simple. Okay, so understand the requirement, draw your design first, whether it will maybe achieved through a deep entity or it needs a multi-level deep entity. Consider your data volume. So everything is fine. It takes probably very small amount of time to design and develop it. Okay, just play around it. If you need any help, any doubt, please let me know. Thank you so much for your time. See you in the next video. Bye.